5 vitamins to decongest your lungs. The top 5 vitamins and herbal remedies to decongest your lungs. Your lungs and sinuses naturally have mucus within them that keeps them lubricated, and it also helps to trap harmful particles in the air, like dust, viruses, and bacteria. Too much mucus in the lungs, however, can cause excessive coughing and problems with your breathing. This mucus buildup may be caused by allergies, sinus infections, which causes mucus to drip down your throat, lung diseases, smoking, acid reflux, and even dehydration, which can make the mucus thicker. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the most effective vitamins, herbal supplements, and remedies that you may use to decongest your lungs naturally and help to clear out the mucus so that you can breathe easier. The active form of vitamin A is called retinol, and this is found highly concentrated in cod liver oil. Taking just 1 teaspoon on a daily basis, or 2 to 3 capsules, is excellent for reducing inflammation in the lungs and the sinuses because it helps to normalize mucus to the right levels and the right consistency, so that you're not coughing all of the time. Vitamin A also helps to support your immune system in fighting off infections from viruses and bacteria in your sinuses or lungs. And it also helps to prevent immune reactions to things like pollen, pet hair, tobacco smoke, and other particles that are floating in the air and triggering your mucus. Number 2 is a very powerful, inexpensive remedy to clear out mucus, which I call the HLAO drink. For this remedy, you will start off with 1 cup of water. This liquid is simply the base of the remedy. Then you'll need 1 tablespoon of raw honey, manuka if possible. Raw honey acts as a natural antibiotic for the respiratory system, helping to kill off infections in the sinuses and the lungs, and reduce the overproduction of mucus. Real honey contains polyphenols and flavonoids collected by bees, which act as a natural antihistamine, reducing inflammation and allergies to support easier breathing. Next, for this recipe, you'll need 2 tablespoons of freshly squeezed raw lemon juice. Citric acid from freshly squeezed lemons helps to thin out the mucus in the lungs, helping to loosen thick, sticky mucus so that you can cough it out and release it. Lemon juice also provides natural vitamin C, which supports your immune system in clearing out infections in the sinuses and the lungs. Next, you'll need to extract 1 tablespoon of juice from a red onion. Chop the onion finely using a sharp knife, and then squeeze it through a sieve to extract the raw onion juice. Alternatively, you can use a juicer. Use only 1 tablespoon of this juice in the mixture, adding it to the cup with the rest of your ingredients. Red onions are rich in sulfur, which acts as an expectorant, naturally thinning the mucus and helping to suppress a cough. These onions are also rich in quercetin. This is a phytonutrient which helps your immune system destroy harmful viruses that may have infected the lungs. And if you wish, you may also add 1 tablespoon of raw apple cider vinegar to this remedy. Acetic acid in apple cider vinegar speeds up immune cells to further clear up infections in the sinuses and the lungs. This actually speeds up the little hairs called cilia, which vibrate and move the mucus up and out of your lungs very quickly. So, mix all of these ingredients well in a cup and then drink this remedy 3 times per day to effectively thin out mucus and phlegm, clear it out, and decongest your lungs. Just quickly, I'd be so grateful if you could hit the like button, subscribe, and turn all notifications on so that I can keep you updated with the latest health and nutrition tips. Now we'll come back to the next powerful nutrient for decongesting the lungs, and that's vitamin D in combination with K2. If you suffer from any type of lung disease like asthma, COPD, bronchitis, or just a general cough, taking a regular vitamin D supplement may help. Vitamin D is actually a hormone that your body makes when your skin is exposed to sunlight. However, many people are deficient in this due to genetic factors and not getting enough sun, such as in the winter time, for example. Studies show that 74% of asthma patients are actually deficient in vitamin D, which can cause structural changes to the tissues in the lungs, leading to tight, thickened and constricted airways that become inflamed and produce more mucus as a result. Taking 20,000 international units of vitamin D3, which is 250 micrograms, on a daily basis, along with 200 micrograms of vitamin K2, is an excellent way to lower inflammation and reduce the mucus in your lungs. It's also recommended to start taking some daily walks in fresh air, exposing your skin to the sunlight for at least 45 minutes per day to boost your vitamin D levels further. Moving on now to number 4, which is extremely powerful for supporting the overall health of your lungs. And this is called N-acetylcysteine. So you'd want to take about 600 milligrams a day of N-acetylcysteine. And as I said, this is wonderful for boosting lung health and breathing, especially if you suffer from bronchitis, asthma, or pulmonary fibrosis. This is a mucolytic agent which helps to thin out the mucus in your lungs by breaking down bonds in the mucus proteins. This can rapidly help to reduce coughing. NAC works by boosting glutathione in your liver. This is the master antioxidant that helps to heal the tissues throughout the body. Doctors often use this as a remedy for Tylenol poisoning and to remove certain toxins from the body during an overdose. And finally on this list, I'd like to share a herbal remedy which you can take in a capsule, oregano oil. One of the main causes of mucus building up inside the lungs is a fungal infection in the sinuses. This fungus causes mucus to drip down from the back of the nose, down the throat and into the lungs, where it sticks and causes you to have a chronic cough. To overcome these chronic sinus infections and to clear out the mucus, take 1-3 capsules of wild oregano oil for up to 10 days. Make sure that the brand you choose contains at least 80% carbotrol for the best effects. If this doesn't work, another option is to place 4 drops of wild oregano oil into a neti pot with 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt and 1 cup of warm water. Rinse this solution through the nostrils by tilting your head to the side and do this 3 times per week until you no longer notice the mucus or the postnasal drip. The active ingredients carvacrol and thymol destroy harmful infections in the sinuses and the respiratory airways, helping to clear out the mucus naturally by eliminating the source. How to decongest your lungs. Now that you've learned about some of the more powerful remedies for decongesting the lungs, let's take a look at some other action steps that you can take to quickly rid mucus and coughing. 1. Identify your triggers. If you notice that you have more mucus when you consume milk or dairy, you may have a milk allergy that's causing it. If you notice that your mucus clears up when you leave your home for a couple of days, you may have an allergy to mold that's in your home. If it's a seasonal allergy to pollen in the air, you may need to take a daily antihistamine, and bee pollen supplements can also help with this. 2. If you've had a chronic cough for years, this can sometimes be triggered by GERD or acid reflux. Stomach acid may be flicking into your food pipe, causing inflammation and excessive mucus production. If this is the case, please see my video entitled 5 Vitamins to Stop Acid Reflux Naturally. 3. Place some Himalayan rock salt in an inexpensive salt inhaler. Breathe the dry air through this device for 5 minutes, 3 times per day. Breathing through salt can help to clear out respiratory mucus very effectively, in the same way that gargling salt water would in your throat. A good example of this is how you may notice that you breathe easier when you're near the sea because of the salty air. 4. Eat radishes, onions, scallions, garlic, chili, and cayenne pepper on a regular basis. These spicy, sulfur-rich foods reduce the viscosity and the thickness of mucus, helping it to drain from your sinuses and your lungs. And 5 is another nutrient that I didn't get a chance to mention. Enrich your diet with foods that naturally contain zinc, like shellfish and fish. Mussels, oysters, clams, crab meat, and pumpkin seeds. Zinc is the most important trace mineral that actively reduces inflammation in the lungs for better breathing, and also to clear out viruses and mucus. 6. Drink peppermint tea once per day in the morning to help decongest the sinuses. Menthol within these leaves helps to soothe the muscles in the respiratory tract and also dilate the bronchioles in your lungs. This naturally improves airflow and soothes the respiratory system for easier breathing. For more remedies on clearing mucus and viruses from the lungs, go ahead and tap on this video that I've put on the screen now. I'm so grateful to you for watching my video today. And as always, I'd like to wish you great health, wealth, and happiness.